All right. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Yeah, you're even barking today, Benji. Huh? Hi. Good morning. There you go. There's your little bark. Teddy Bear's the loud guy. Hi, everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and we are having our start of a brand new week. Miss Rita to the Rescue, Cricut Chat. And I see a few people have joined us already, and I'm going to chat for a little while and then say hello. Today, well, actually it was yesterday. We started a new series. It's all cards. And so we're going to be doing all kinds of cards in the next week and possibly into the new week, to the following week. And I figured we'd start today with a few St. Patrick's Day cards that I've been able to find in Design Space, and also to show you how to make your own insert cards on your Explorer or your Maker. So we were talking yesterday, if you caught the brunch, we were talking about, can you make these on your Maker? And so, of course, or can you make your own cards? And yesterday I got this huge revelation about doing an Easter card. So I wanted to show you what I came up with for St. Patrick's Day. And it was just from playing for a few minutes this morning. So and then also, it's Monday, Mystery Material Day. So I thought that I would show you something called holographic. It's actually craft board that comes in a foil sampler of holographic neon. This is by Cricut, of course, and it's been out for a couple of years now, but I don't use it all that much. But we were talking about the insert cards yesterday, and where did I get that holographic paper? And this is the paper. It's yellow, which I thought looked really golden, even better than like glitter. So this paper it's a craft board, and it comes in a 12 by 12 inch size, and it comes in all different colors. Here's the green one. So it's holographic, So if you like holographic paper, and I know a lot of people love the holographic vinyl, and so do I. But if you like holographic paper and you want to do maybe insert cards or something like that, here is this. It's 30 sheets, 12 by 12, and I cut it for the inserts. And then also I had these two cards that are technically not insert cards. They don't insert, but I use glue and attach them here like this. So they're technically not insert cards, but I'm going to show you where to find them, and also how to sort of design your own and all that great stuff, and to cut it out using that holographic, and it's really pretty. So that is that. Let's see. Just before we get started, I'll just mention, what are you doing down there? I get a dog at my feet. Isn't that great? I thought I would mention that, let's see, it's last week in February. We have March coming up. And for those of you that are interested in mystery boxes and stuff, March has historically been, I don't know for sure, but it has historically been a mystery box, like, laden month. So consider that if you are not, if you are in need of a mystery box. And they're really good deals. So the only thing is, I can't tell you ahead of time when they are going to be coming out. But I did have a thought, and I wanted to check with you guys on it. Would you be interested in putting your email address into like a place that I could do a weekly email to you that would maybe give you all the links to all the videos, and then whatever special offers were going around for that week? I was thinking yesterday that maybe I should have an email list and have you guys, so I can kind of tell you ahead of time, and sort of inform you in case you're not always on YouTube or you're not always on Facebook. So okay, good. I'm hearing some yeses. It would, I will put together a little database, and we'll just be small, like a little weekly email to say hi, and to let you know what else was going on in Cricut land. So instead of having just the page to notify you of things like if they have an update or they're putting something new on Design Space or something like that. That way you can get all your information by email. And I know I use email a lot, so I figured you guys might also. So kids now, though, they don't use email at all. It's kind of funny. But like my son, he'll use text, but email, he has to have an email address so that he can do the hybrid learning. But other than that, he's like, email? Why would I email? It's funny. But we grew up with email, I think. I've been using email for years and years. I don't know, 25 years now. Anyway. All right, so welcome to everyone. This is Cricut Chat. Yeah, you could opt out and stuff like that. In case you didn't. Yeah, you could opt out. It's not going to be like one of those buy everything in this email spammy thing. I just thought it would be kind of a nice offshoot of our program. So, okay. So St. Patrick's Day is coming up, right? We've got 3 weeks, and I don't know if you like to do St. Patrick's Day cards, but there aren't a lot, but there are some good graphics as well. And what's the other thing? We could do, you remember those spring cards that we did? Let me start off new here. I want to make sure I save this so I can give you this later. So we'll start off new. So when I'm doing, I'm doing some, image searching for, St. Patrick's Day, there is those flat cards that are kind of like the early insert cards, but they're we did them for Valentine's Day. So let me just check here the spring holiday cards, and there's quite a few of these for you to play with. So here's one says, "You're my lucky charm," and "Who's your Patty?" I don't know. Luck of the Irish, eat, drink, and be Irish. So from there, you could take these, and this is it would be sort of reverse, but you could take these and turn them into cards, right? And I want to show you how you could do that. But also, if you just go to images and you go to, let's try holidays. I don't even know if that's going to show up anything. So under holidays, there's St. Patrick's Day, and it comes up. There are a couple of cards. There's that one that has the gorgeous Celtic, this one, the Celtic shamrock on it and everything. So we're here under holidays in the image search engine. But a lot of these are just simple, flat, not cards. And I guess the idea is that we could make our own cards with these. So that's what I wanted to show you today. So there's that. But I also want to show you, let's go back to image sets, and we can type in cards, because there is also another alternative here under under simple holiday cards, and this is where I found that gorgeous shamrock that's like a Celtic thing. So you can go there. And I also found this one at Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's actually Happy St. Patty's Day, which I don't know that that's really authentic, but okay. And so there's that. And the other thing that I tried before was I used a regular search and I did Celtic. And just CEL, like Celtic, but Celtic, and it comes up with a lot of really great Celtic knots type of thing, and even ones in animals, really cute. I did this Celtic one here, this one with the 4 hearts, as a vinyl image on a shadow box last year. It was gorgeous. And I gave it to my friend who's actually from Ireland. And he just loved it. Loved it. So if you're looking for images for St. Patrick's Day, that's what you can look for. So let me grab this one just so that you can see. And here is that shamrock as well. Okay. Now, so that's, images for St. Patrick's Day. There, some of them we're going to need to do some work to. These ones we won't, because they are already cut, already set up for us. And then these ones we'd have to make some changes to. Now, everybody or most everybody likes the insert card. So I want to show you how from a maker or explore in Cricut Design Space, how you can access and create your own insert card for your maker. Okay. So this would not be on the Joy. The Joy obviously has 1,000 plus and growing cards, but these are cards that you would actually create prior to having insert cards and the card mat. The Cricut folks created cards similar to this, and they called them quick cut cards. So if you were to go, for instance, back to image sets and you typed in quick cut cards, you will find there's quite a few here for you to do. I don't think there's probably 1,000 of them, but there's some, nice ones. Here's ones for Mother's Day, and these are everyday cards and first responders. These ones here are really a favorite of mine, Alexis Maddox, which I love this crabby one. Sorry, you're feeling crabby because it's so honest. Oh, sorry, I've been crabby, also very honest. And then what you'll see is if you type in quick, you'll come upon this. So here's cute cut. So these are very similar to the insert cards. But if you didn't find something here that you wanted to do, say St. Patrick's Day, you can actually create your own. You can go to this, it's called Quick Corner cards, and it's basically an insert card for your Explore or your maker. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of those in here, and let's just move some of these things over so that we can play around. All right, so don't go anywhere, you. Okay, here we go. So it comes in and it's black for some reason. I don't know. So I'm going to ungroup it, and I'm just going to erase the envelope, and I'm going to turn the color into like something you can see. So we'll do yellow. Okay. So what you can see here is you get a card, and instead of with the insert cards, if you were to look on your canvas at an insert card, it would actually look very different. It would have the 4, like we did yesterday, it would have those 4 cuts, and then it would have whatever it is you were cutting out here. But this is kind of opposite. But it's the same idea. And here is what goes in the back. So if you want to create your own insert cards, here you go. And it actually comes in pretty well. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and that is the size of an A2 card before it's folded. And then here is the little insert in the back. And it's kind of, to be honest, I think it's like kind of a tiny bit small. When I was doing this, it's a little tiny bit small. So I might switch it up to 4 inches. But anyway, if you wanted, for instance, to create your own insert card from this, you would then grab whatever graphic you wanted to grab. So let's take this one and see this. So it's obviously I made it big, but if you wanted to say use this one. Now, one thing you have to be concerned about is the way that these cards cut out. You have to make sure that where the cutouts happen is not going to cut out whole chunks of your card. So for example, when I did this one, it had a shamrock right here in the pot, but because of the way that the image was set up, it couldn't do that, right? Or I had to basically cut it out. And if I wanted to, and I could take it off of my mat and stick it on there when I was done. But here is a good example of that same thing that I'm talking about. See the A's, the inside part of the A, or the D. Here's another A. So you could, because it cuts out, take those little pieces and then re-stick them on. But then it really wouldn't be a true insert card. So there is that. Okay. So that's something to consider. And then as far as this one goes, I think we could make it so that it works just like an insert card. So if we had, for instance, just this, now what I would normally do, but I was not able to do earlier when I was playing around with this, is I would detach and take out and just do this part of the card and then slice. But I don't know, slice isn't working too well that I know of, and I don't know why. So normally what I would do is slice, but when slice is not working for some reason, you could take that graphic and hit weld. Is it weld? No, I'm sorry. It's attach. I even knew when I was saying it. I'm sorry. You could select both and hit attach. And what that does is it will cut out all of those pieces, just like if you sliced it off, but it won't look on the screen the way you want it to look. So you have to sort of get your kicks after you cut it, if that makes any sense. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to cut out all of these things and leave the background there on the card, and then you'll put the insert in the back, and that will make basically an insert card. Now, one of the things that's super easy to do here on an Explorer or a Maker, that is not so simple to do on the Joy, is you can add a sentiment in all one fell swoop. And let me show you how you would do that. So now looking at this, you'll see this is the front of the card, right? And that's the back of the card. So we can't put the sentiment here because it's the back. So this is basically what you're looking at, right? Front, back. We want the sentiment here, okay? So we can change around this by flipping it. So we're going to use flip, which is up here. It's 2 triangles face to face, like at the points. So by choosing flip horizontal, not vertical, flipping horizontal, will then flip the card over and give us the opportunity to put a a sentiment inside here. So this is a great way if you are somebody that, doesn't like to hand write sentiments and doesn't like just a plain note card. This is a great way and a great little tool for you to use to do sentiments. Now this will still cut out, and what you have to remember is if you're using, say, patterned paper, you would put the patterned paper with the white side. If you're using single-sided pattern paper, you would actually put it on the white side facing up so that it would cut out. Or if you're using solid cardstock, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so here we go. If we wanted to add an image, a text, all we'd have to do is select T for text, and we can type whatever we want to. I'm not Irish, so I don't know all the sayings or whatever, or I don't know. I'm going to just use my my usual, God, may God richly bless you. I just always say that. And so what I'm going to do is that's a cut file, right? And remember, we were talking about how to do writing inside. So once I have typed in, may God richly bless you, this is a cut file. I need to make some changes on here so that it will fit inside my card and it's attached to the card. Okay. So first of all, it's just a cut file. So when you go up here to the fonts, it just automatically goes to Cricut Sans. If you like Cricut Sans, you can just change the style to a writing style, and then it will put it in writing style. Now, it's still not the way I want it to be. Like usually in cards, I want it to be centered on the inside part of the card. So you can center it by using alignment. Here's the alignment tool. So you can use this and just choose center. And all of a sudden it's starting to look a little bit better, but I want to make it smaller, I think. And I might want to change it because it looks kind of blah. So I can go back up to fonts and choose something else. Remember, we can filter just the writing, which is what I'm going to do. And I don't know, there's this, that's a typewriter font. Nah, I don't know. And when you change the font, it will change the size of your text box, okay? So you need to be cognizant of that. And let's see if we can't find... This one's pretty. It's what's this one called? Zigzag, and that is a writing font, and I kind of like it. So it's perfectly sized and it's centered so that I can just put it on here. And then what you would do is you would well, since they made this change, you have to detach because this is already attached. And then you have to select the whole thing and attach it again. Okay, so here is what you end up with. This is the insert part. It's going to be put on the inside left part of the card. But this is the inside front right side that you're looking at. It's still going to cut out all of this stuff for our insert, but it's also going to cut out our sentiment on there. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and hit go, make it, go make it, and see. Oh, of course, it put all of our envelopes. Wait a second, I gotta get rid of those envelopes. I don't like envelopes. It's not that I don't like envelopes. I just don't like making envelopes. Okay, let's see. I'm going to hide these cards. And we'll come back and do these other ones later. And let's see. Corner cut card. Nope, that's not. All right, is this our whole card and this? Okay, here we go. I think we're okay. So this becomes our insert, and that's what we're going to use with this holographic foil sampler, holographic neon. I'll find a yellow, or I could also do it in, I think that's pink. I could also do it in green, but I did it in yellow there, and here is a yellow sheet. Now, one thing I will tell you about this paper is it can peel. And I'm just going to show you right here. See that? Because this is the holographic on the craft board. So this is very thick paper, but it has like a coating on there. And you might go, Rita, don't do that. And I won't. But I just want to let you know about it. Now, yesterday when we were cutting out inserts, we just made these into strips of 4 inches. Remember? We did 4, 4, 4, and then we made them into 5. I think it was 5 1/4 inch across, and you'd end up with 6 inserts. But when you're cutting on the maker, so you could do that. You could cut it using your regular cutter, your personal trimmer, or you can cut it on the maker. It's up to you. So we'll get that ready. And let me just grab a piece of green cardstock. So there's some green cardstock that we can cut out this card in with. Now, I could also, I'm going to show it to you, by the way. I could also I could have also changed this card size, say to a 5 by 7 inch card, but right now it's sized as an A2, and I like that. Only I don't have a whole lot of green 8.5 by 11, which would be perfect for this. So actually I'm going to use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, okay? That's the same with me. I only make envelopes when my cards are not standard size. So square cards or extra long sort of bill-shaped cards, I will use differently. So, okay, so here's our card, and let's go ahead and cut it out, okay? So the first piece is the insert part, and so we're going to go to Browse All Materials, and we're going to look at Artboard. Now, there is not a setting for the holographic foil, but there is craft board, and so that's what I chose for cutting this out, okay? So let's cut this out, and I'll move you in a second. Move you. Here we go. So there it is on my mat, and I'm just going to hit the blinking C, and it's going to cut it out, I think, twice because of the craft board being so thick. Okay. Then what we'll do is we will change our setting, and we'll also use the scoring stylus because there is a score on this card, right? So we'll use a scoring stylus and a pen. So let me grab this black pen. That will work. I have the same black pens that I've had for years. They just never wear out. Okay, so there is isn't that great? And it's great, really thick paper. It's really nice. Okay, so the next up is and we have to go back to our screen, okay? So it's still on craft board, so we need to make a change. And we're going to call this medium cardstock, and we want to edit the tools here to be scoring stylus. That's because I have a maker. Now, if you have an Explorer, you won't be given this choice because an Explorer cannot take the scoring wheel as an option because it doesn't have those gears, okay? So I'm choosing scoring stylus because there's only one score that needs to happen. So we're going to choose that. Now on our screen, you'll see load the scoring stylus. We also need the fine point blade. And then it says coming up, black pen, okay? So first remember, always scores first, then the writing, then the cutting, okay? So always scores, writing, and then cutting. So I am going to move you back over. Here we go. And I have my scoring stylus in there because it's going to do the scoring first. So we're going to go ahead and hit the flashing C. And then after it does the scoring, we're going to put in the pen in the place where the scoring stylus is, okay? All right. And it actually shows on the screen, you take out your scoring stylus and put in your pen. So here's your pen, and if you don't use pens in your maker, are you really using your maker? I just love pens. I've always been kind of weird like that I just love office supplies anyway, but I just really like using my maker with the pens. There's so many of them, and they are different colors and all of that. So if you haven't tried it in your machine, try it. It's so simple. It's so simple, and it's just a lot of fun to see, like, woo, you made a whole card, including an insert, sentiment, which a lot of people, when they first get started, they just want to make the card, and they don't want to fuss with the sentiment on the inside. But the sentiment on the inside really makes it like a Hallmark card, doesn't it? Makes it a fancy. Is that what it is? I'll call myself a pen and paper nerd, because I don't mind calling myself a nerd, because I love playing with office supplies and going into office supply stores and checking out all the new stuff that they have. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, it's almost done doing the drawing, and what will happen next is, because I have this cutting piece in, it will automatically go to the cutting of the card. And remember, this is a card we created ourselves, like with just an image and that cutout. And that's the great part about Maker. About Cricut. Maybe, it doesn't have every single card that you want to make, because creativity is such a personal thing. And you might say, yeah, I'm Irish, I'm Italian, and so I want to do something that's an Italian thing or something. And so I can look for the image and create my own whatever card to make it super special. Oh, it looks so good. I don't have to take the pen out, by the way, until after this is cut, but you can if you wanted to. So you can just take it out while it's moving. As long as you don't interrupt the cutting part, that would be fine. Okay, while this is cutting out, and then I'll bring you down and show you what... how to put it together. It's so simple, okay? But let's see. I wanted to mention to you, what did I want to mention? Okay, so this is the last week to get your name in for this guy, the Cricut Cutie. He's Cobalt. Let me show you what he looks like. He's just sitting here at my desk waiting to be won. I don't even take it out of, I want to keep him all secure in there. So we'll be picking a winner. Let's pick a winner next Sunday. I think that would be fun. Now, we did also pick winners yesterday, and if you didn't hear, I'm trying to remember the names. There's Kirsten, who is on today, and Penny Leo, who is on today, and then I'm trying to remember the other, Sarah. I think it was Sarah, and I'm trying to remember the fourth name. So if you haven't already sent me an email, please send it to Miss Rita to the Rescue at Gmail. Okay. You have been able to find a few of the images, but not many. Oh, I know. And remember, we could always talk about, it was you, Sandra. Yeah, that's right, Sandra. And Kirsten. And So if you haven't sent me an email, definitely send me the email, okay? Miss Rita, thank you, Emmy, for sharing that. And so there's that. Now that will end our giveaways for February, but March is next Monday. So we'll start out a brand new giveaway in March. And we usually break them down into $50 increments for 10 people. But I think I've been toying with the idea of giving away a Cricut Joy package to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Cricut Joy. So I'm just waiting to see if that's going to be okayed, but I think that would be kind of fun. Anyway, so here's our cutout. Let's move you down so you can have a look. So here's our cutout, our insert card made on the Maker, or you can do it on an Explorer as well. And I'm using this yucky mat, so I'm not going to be able to, I don't know if I'll be able to salvage that extra, but I hope that it cuts out. I'm going to turn it around. This is not a Cricut mat, and I'll be honest with you, cheaper, yeah, but not the same. And if you're doing like a lot of cutouts, I'm sorry that I'm not in frame, but I'm trying to bend so that everything comes off really well. But this mat I don't really like very much because it's too sticky, you know? Okay, so here we go. See, it got too sticky, so it's causing some problems. But what we can do is take our little weeding tool and just pick out all those little pieces. I know that's a pain in the neck, but it's definitely not my blade, because I just changed my blade last week. So it's definitely not my blade. I don't know. I think it might be that mat. I think it might be that mat. Isn't that weird? I don't know. So, but I could also maybe just have used the more feature for pressure on my blade. Or if it was a continuous problem, I would then go and change my setting, okay? Which is something that I could show you how to do that. I've shown you how to do that a little bit before. So so here we go. I'm almost done here. I'm kind of not almost done. There's a lot of cuts in here. So this was kind of disappointing, isn't it? But that's okay, because, you guys, you'll do it better than me. And you'll use the right setting, or you'll use that more setting, and you won't be using those crappy mats. I guess I'm going back to the regular Cricut mats. Hey, so I heard from a couple of you about the Joy app, and I wanted to ask you, if you are using the Joy app and you're kind of an advanced crafter and you have come across some like blips, I don't think it's been properly tested. And so I was preparing a list of different sort of like bugs on the app. So if you happen to use that app and you noticed you have a Joy, for instance, and you're using the Joy app, you happen to notice some things that don't work properly. Like for me, when we were doing the labels, I was disappointed that I couldn't change the size of the label to a smaller size. And when I asked about that, they said that we should send a note. So if you tell them the developer so that they can make change. So if you happen to come across anything on the Joy app that you might think needs to be Oh man, I messed this up. And we might have to cut it again. Okay, so remember too, this is your, I messed this up. Oh man, I messed this up because this is a textured paper. So see here, this has a nice texture to it. And then this is the inside. Now what I should have done, I was like, oh, it's solid, so just put it on this way. But, I should have put it on this way, and so when it cut out, the inside sentiment would be on here, right? And then this would be the outside. Unfortunately, I didn't do it that way, so learn from my mistake and make sure if you have textured cardstock that you put the texture facing on the mat instead of facing up if you're going to do a sentiment and everything like that. Because let me show you the way that this would work is you would crease it, obviously, and then the back becomes the front. But look, I messed up the back. So because of the way I cut it. Or the way that it cut, I should say, because I chose all the right things. So I'm just, oh man, I'm a hot mess today with these settings. All right. So this is, in theory, the exact way you would make your own card. Let me just, why is that not fitting? Wah, that's not fitting. Wait, do I have a different size? That's not fitting. Well, this card's a total wreck. They should have cut out two, right? Oh yeah, no, this one's fitting better. That must be for the other card that I cut out. Okay. Here we go. There we go. So there's a beautiful insert, but the front is a little messed up. So I might have to cut this again because I don't really care for this. And when I do cut it, I will make sure that this side is the one that's facing so that the front is cut out in the textured, okay? But let me show you this other one that I created. So here are these two are already made. This one and this one are already created, so you can just cut them out. But I took the same idea and I did this Happy St. Patrick's Day, and all I did was take a graphic from an image. This wasn't connected to this, and then I took this other graphic and I welded them together, because I don't think that we had slices not working. So, and then all I did was cut it out. I didn't put a sentiment on this one because I was just playing around. But, so you just have to score it at the score line and then put the insert card in like this. I don't think this paper is textured and I cut it on the right side. But for some reason, why is this not fitting? That's bizarre. Oh, everything's messed up. Oh, well. What are we going to do? Here, I'll just show you. I might have to just trim a little bit. But so I did this by using two images. So let's go back to the screen. All right. And let's talk about how you would combine. So here you see we flipped it and we put a sentiment in there. So that works out really great. So let's group that and erase it. I can give you this whole thing, okay? And let's see. We can do the same with the clover. Where is my clover? There it is. All right, we can do the same with the clover if we wanted to, but I'm interested in this. Where is it? Man, I don't know. Design Space has been so... Here we go. All right, so I'm interested in turning this thing into an actual card, not just kind of a postcard. So what I want to do is ungroup this, and I'm going to use this as the piece that I'm going to use for the card, right? It's all cut out and everything. And what size is it? It's sized at, let's just make sure that it's sized at almost 5 inches by 3.5. So I think what I would do is group this again and make sure that it's sized a little bit better, and then go back and get myself a corner cut card by going to images and going to quick. Oh, I didn't go to image sets. Oh, wait. Yeah, there it is. Quick cut cards. And we can just choose, I don't know, this one. I think I choose that one all the time. All right. Ungroup it. Get rid of this. All right. And so now I have these 2 different cards. Let me change the color on this so you can see what I'm working with here. We'll change it to yellow. Okay, so it comes in at 8.5 by 5.5. So I want to take this piece and I'm going to arrange it so it's at the front, and then I can then turn it and make sure that it's going to fit in my insert card. It's a little bit big, so I want to make it a little bit small. If this is hard to see, I can turn it this way. All right, might be a little hard to see. Okay, so I won't need this anymore, and I won't need this anymore. So I can take this and I can turn it like this, and shape it so that it's going to fit into those four cutouts. See? So you can make your own from those previously designed. But what if you just want to make your own design? Well, simple enough. We're going to go to images and we're going to just type in St. Patrick's. And you'll find a whole bunch of images that maybe you can pick and choose which ones you like. So for instance, for this one, I found this pot of gold with the shamrocks. It was just right here. Here, is that it? No, that's not it. But there's a shamrock. Here it is, the pot of gold. So I chose that. But I liked the Happy St. Patrick's Day from like something like this. And so then I brought them into my my design space. Let's move these over, okay? And actually, I'll use this. This is a card that we just grabbed from Quick Cut Cards, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing my items onto the card so that it sits well. Now, I don't want all this other stuff. I know that's kind of weird, but I mean, I could have this, all this. This could be a good, just as a card in and of itself. Yeah, maybe. All right. Yeah. Why not, right? And just sort of resize it. And remember, you can unlock here and resize it, sure. Or if you wanted to get even more elaborate, you could use one graphic and then choose the letters from the other graphic, and you would do something called contour, which is down here on the bottom far right, contour. Now, contour has not been working altogether too swiftly. It does work, but it's been rather sluggish. So do note that. But the things that you don't want to see, like I want to just keep Happy St. Patrick's, and maybe I'll also keep these pieces, but I want to take out the hat. So if I do that, I just need to click on it and it will contour out. It doesn't really erase it, okay? But it will contour that out of this image. But do be careful when you're working here because it can be a little frustrating because it's so sluggish. But if you only do certain amounts, I'm going to go back to show you. So see, it didn't take out the buckle from his hat. So let's go and do his hat, buckle from the hat. Go back to contour and make sure that I get rid of that buckle. And by the way, if you go and look here on the side, you can also contour out things on the side. So for instance, if I decide I want to take this part off and it's a little too small and I have to keep clicking on there, you can actually go over here and click on the boxes. And as long as you're doing all the ones that you need to do, you know, so when they get shaded, it means that they're hidden from you. But the thing about this thing is it's kind of not in order, so you have to be very patient with the process. Okay, so let's see. Did I get rid of everything? No, I didn't get rid of these circles, and this. Okay, let's see if I got rid of just, yeah, I did. Oh, there's still one little arrow. Go back to contour and go there and try to, this is what I mean about it being sluggish, but go there and try to get rid of this little arrow. And if you can't do that, go over to the right and find it in the like little section. Here it is. And there was another one that popped up when I was playing here. Okay, so come back. And yay, I have my Happy St. Patrick's. And I could put this on here like this and say this or whatever else you want to do. And then what you would do is either you would slice this on, which for right now, the slice is not working too well. I don't know what the deal is on it, but so what I chose to do here is attach, and then it will cut this out and do the scoring. Okay, so these are kind of like some advanced techniques, and I hope that you found it useful. If it's over your head, don't freak out, okay? If it's over your head, then stick with the pre-made cards. But I wanted to show you that you're not just stuck with what cards are in there. You can create your own card, and I've seen people do this, and people have sent me cards that they've created, and they're just using little parts and pieces of certain cards, or they just cut out their own. So I wanted to just let you know we can do anything we want here when we're on Cricut Chat because, well, hey, this is Cricut Chat, and we can do whatever we want, and there are no limitations. So whatever your creativity comes up with, let's do it. Okay. So if you found this useful, please, thank you so much. And please post your other, if you want to, you can post pictures of something that you came up with. If you had any particular problems or anything like this here, I need to recut this back, whatever. But this is a lot of fun, and this is kind of a fun way to sort of create your own line of cards. Wouldn't that be great to have your own line of cards? And Rita, send me one of your beautiful cards. My aunts used to say that to me all the time. All right, everyone. I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to keep on with our card making fiesta, and we are making a box card tomorrow. Now these box cards are in Cricut Design Space. I want to just show you where they are so that you'll know. Okay, so when you go to images, you're going to go to image sets, and you can just type in the word box. and it will come up all these boxes. But we're going to be working on this image set, all occasion box cards. This set was designed by Lori Whitlock, one of my friends and great designer, okay? So it is not free. It's not a Cricut Access thing, but we're going to be doing a couple from in here. And if you found one that you liked, the whole idea of putting it together is basically the same. So you would only have to purchase the one you like and just follow along tomorrow, okay? So it's called All Occasion Box Cards, and I think, just pick out whatever ones. They're probably about 99 cents. I don't know how much they are because I bought this way long time ago. But yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing from All Occasion Box Cards. There's a whole slew of them in there, but they all are put together the exact same way. So you can watch and see how that goes. And we're going to do that tomorrow. Thanks everybody for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope everybody's digging out and warming off and all that stuff, and that you have some time to do some crafting. That's what I'm going to be doing today. And we will see you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock for Cricut Chat. Don't forget, if you missed anything, or you want to see it again, you can always go to the YouTube channel, which you can find by just typing in Miss Rita to the Rescue at YouTube. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. I hope you have a great day. Bye.